Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. Happy to have you here today on the second week of July. Woo, man, times are a flying. We should have been in the Olympics by now, Slick, but they got pushed back a
Yep.
year. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Boy, it would have been nice to have them, though. I mean, maybe something else to talk about, but no, whatever. The Japanese are very eager to get the Olympics out, though, so it should be a lot of fun. And I actually went through the process of trying to get tickets, and I failed. But we tried. We were amongst millions in a lottery. It's
Do
all
you
right.
have any events close to you?
No, no, quite a far way away, but no problem. Just get a hotel and just
No.
do the event,
We
right?
we had Olympics right here on the Wasatch Front in 2002.
Oh,
Wasn't
did you?
really hard to get tickets.
Oh, you had a
What?
Winter Olympics in Salt Lake, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah, that's right. I went to a Winter Olympics, in Calgary.
How
That
was
was a
that?
lot of. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Calgary is actually a fun city, even though it's Canada. I guess you just got to get away from the east coast of Canada, and then you get into some real Canadians, I suppose.
I
Because
suppose.
yeah, because Quebec is an absolute nightmare. Don't go there. Do not go to Montreal. You will actually have people, if you dare to speak English anywhere around there, people will yell at you for speaking English,
Yeah, I had that
even if
happen to
you're
me.
talking to friends. They're
Though
intolerable. Stay away.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say everybody's like that, but there's a
Oh, there's a
sizable
lot.
percentage.
A lot.
Um,
Yes.
the B&B we stayed in was very. She was sweet, but her family came and had dinner there with the rest of us,
Mhm.
and they were boorish and rude and
Very much
everything
so.
else.
Yeah. Yeah. Quebec is a
And I was
horrible place.
surprised.
Yeah.
Montreal is a beautiful city, but
Oh,
a
it's
lot of
gorgeous.
people are snotty fucks.
Yeah, they are. Montreal is one of the prettiest cities I've ever seen. Actually,
Yeah,
it's a gorgeous
it's
city, but they're just horrible people. And the funny thing is we as Americans we know how our history of tolerating the French, but the French are way better than the French Canadians, way better.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
don't know.
I met lots of wonderful French people. Some snot. I met one specific asshole in Paris. Everybody else I met in France,
Mhm.
pretty nice, and some really nice people that did solid things. I have anecdotes, but I'm not going to get into
Yeah.
them. But very nice.
Oh no. We joke about the French, but they're actually pretty nice people. I have a lot of friends, French friends, in the board gaming world. But Quebec is different. I don't know why exactly the French Canadian or the Canuck. I don't know why they got such a hair up their ass. But damn
I
if
don't
they
either.
don't, dude.
The Cajuns are freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I love
Cajuns are
them.
great. That's true. Yeah. Well, Thundero, answer the question for us. Why do the French Canadians have such a bug up their ass? What the hell's wrong with them?
Um, I have absolutely no idea. I know the Quebec whatever they're called. They want a
Quebecois.
lot of them want. Yeah. I don't speak French. French is a frog language. Um, a lot of them a lot of them want to be free from Canada.
They do.
So I think that's a big part of their gripe.
Yeah, see, the
But
Canadians bend over backwards for everything they ask, though.
yeah, it's because they don't want them to leave.
I don't know. Let them go.
I agree.
Mm.
I think that Canada should let go of Alberta. Let that just become the 51st state.
Hmm.
Let go of Saskatchewan. Let that come on down.
Yep.
Come on down. We got a
Yeah,
nice
sure.
big tent for you.
Oh yeah, let's finish that pathway right up to Alaska. Let's make it all America. I agree.
Yeah, I love
Um,
it.
yeah, they would like it much better. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Canada, for God's sake. We're here to talk about comic books. So, how are you doing today, Slick? How is you were saying it's pretty hot over there, but are you having a nice time living in in Mormon land?
It's fine. I'm used to it. I grew up here. I'm just tired of the heat. Every summer, I'm tired of the heat. My best friend used to say the best thing about summer is the girls wear less clothing, and as I get older, I just don't give a fuck. I want it to be cool.
It's true. It's true. It is true. Yeah, no, we white folks, we're not really built for that kind of weather. We are, ice dwellers. But well, we survive around the world. Uh, but anyway, how are things going over in your neck of the woods there, Thundero?
It's cooled off. Finally, it rained for like 2 or 3 days and cooled off. but it was blistering hot like it is. So it will be here again in about a week once it gets
Sure.
over here. But yeah, it's not too bad. It was good car buying weather today. I bought a car today.
Oh, cool. What did you get, dude? I love cars, man.
I bought my wife a car. I just bought her a 2017 Fusion SE.
Oh, Ford Fusion, very, very nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
those are I hear good things about those. I know my dad bought one of those.
I used to sell them, and I've wanted one ever since,
Hmm.
but I just never got one, and we just got one today.
Yeah, you and I were chatting yesterday about Ford. They've done a really good job. I mean, in the '80s, the American car industry was on its knees. I mean, the
Mm.
Japanese were just kicking well, they were kicking everybody's butt, to be honest with you. But
Hmm.
some of the car, American car groups have come back a little bit, but Ford came storming back, dude, and they're really, really doing well, and I'm proud of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they are. They're right at the top again. It seems to be they're doing very well. It's good
What?
though. I think is one of the last truly great American companies, in my opinion.
Well, I mean,
Um,
I used to be a GMC guy, but
Yeah.
after Ford didn't take any government bailout
correct.
and pulled themselves up by their freaking bootstraps and made some really nice cars, yeah, they're not fix or repair daily anymore.
No.
No, they're not, or found on the road dead. But that's another one. But no, Ford. I mean, we got to be proud of Ford. They've done a really, really, really good job. They're like in
Yeah.
the top three car companies in the world,
Well,
and
you got
good
to
on them.
remember, Ford's one of the oldest car companies,
Yeah,
especially American. It might
sure.
is it the oldest American? Still going anyway?
Mercedes, well, yeah, they're the oldest, but
Yeah.
Mercedes is the first.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. He talked about America though. Daimler.
And they've
Yeah,
seen everything. Like
they have.
any up, down, left, right, they've pretty much seen it all as a company. So I remember the CEO or one of the presidents or whatever came out and said, "No, we don't need it. We've been here before. We'll be okay." And they were right. They figured it out and made it work and did a pretty good job by a lot of their workers, from what I understand. So
Yeah,
can't hate
yeah.
them for it.
No, and Dodge and Chevy and unfortunately we lost Pontiac, but they're all doing better than they were, and that's cool. Of course, we're not here to talk about cars either. Just giving a little time for people to come in. We are happy that you guys are in here. Please do us a favor and definitely check out our links if you want to be part of anything we're doing. Just hit me up on the Twitter. You can come on the show. You can give us ideas for shows that you want or things that you want us to talk about. You want to join a quarter, whatever. Just hit up that Twitter. We'd love to have you here. Also, the thing that helps us the most is hitting that share button and letting your family, friends, and extended community know what's going on so they come over here and join us. We do also appreciate the subs and likes as well. So thank you guys all for that. There's a little bit of housekeeping I need to do, but let me cover the chat real quick. We got Flying Saucer in here. We got Eric. We got Dillard. We got Ara. Hey, Ara. We got Nick. And we got Anon in here. Ooh, nice. Anonymous, very nice. We got Dave. All right, so we got a couple comments here too. Dillard is throwing shade at us as usual, which is cool. Uh, Anonymous says, "I'm here to monitor this broadcast. If you get out of line, we will just yank them again and hack their routers. So far, Chester has only disparaged Canada. We are off to a good start, folks."
Yeah, you're allowed to shit on Canada. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, sure. He's talking about what happened yesterday. Well,
Only Americans though are allowed to do it.
only Americans.
That's
That's right.
that's our little brother, little cousin, whatever. Only us. Everybody else,
Yes.
leave them alone.
Well, I consider Canada to be our colostomy bag, and we have to maintain it. So but yesterday,
I
what happened
consider them
yesterday?
our douchebag hat.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the same thing. But all right. So what happened yesterday? We did our TFT, and it was good TFT. We were covering a topic in a very broad manner. We were talking about the absurdity of Karens. My point that I was trying to push was Karens aren't just white middle-aged ladies; they're actually a very broad type of lady, and sometimes men. And I think we were doing a good job. Actually, we were covering it very clearly. And we were talking. One of the things I had been talking about since I was watching these Karen videos and these guys were kind of giving me information on why this was happening, which was shocking to me, was how much, not the vulgarity per se, but the racial slurs that were just being, just throwing the N word around like it were nothing. I never heard such a thing when I lived in America, and I showed a video to demonstrate this just toxic, hateful woman talking to clearly a young black girl. and just end this, end that, and just on and on and on. And I was like, damn, dude, that's vicious. And of course, YouTube's algorithm shut us down. Now I complained to YouTube, and it was back up in what, less than an hour. It was less than 40 minutes, I think. But here's the thing. Now, if you're going to have your algorithm set so sensitively that any word it hears, it shuts it down, which is odd to me because I know there's a lot of black channels that use that word all the time and they don't get shut down. So I guess we've had a little trigger or a little switch put on our channel. But then I complained. You put it back up. Clearly, no one actually looked at the video. No one actually went to check and see, is this actually what this person is saying? It's not offensive. They just put it back up. So what's the point? Why have your algorithm so sensitive and then a complaint, you put it right back up without even checking it? What's the freaking point? I don't get it. Anybody?
I don't either, and it should be terrifying to pretty much anybody who likes actually having a day in court if need be, because if people like these people who the left, let's just be honest who it is, if they get into power, they're going to do all kinds of kangaroo court nonsense like that you're guilty until you're proven innocent. And they even say that they don't like the idea of innocent until proven guilty. They want to be able to crucify you in the court of public opinion. Mm-hmm. It's terrifying that there's people, especially in this country, especially on the left, right? Because for my whole life, the left has supposedly been the racial justice people, and all of their Hollywood and things like this. I mean, have they ever watched any movie about law? Just a movie. Just go watch one about law where a case like this is happening, where everybody knows this guy's guilty, blah, 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 but he gets his day in court and he gets off because, he wasn't in the wrong. It happens all the time. I mean, we've had dozens of TV, Law and Order, all these shows where this happens, and those things are supposed to help reinforce the idea that we have, at least superficially, a rule of law, and you have the guilt. You're not guilty until you're proven guilty. They don't want that. And their systems that they created, like all these tech censorship, all this stuff, proves they don't want it because they have the power to create a system where there's arbitration, and they just don't do it. They just refuse to do it. Like you said, it's just an automated thing. You get hit for something we didn't even do. None of us did it, and that's it. It's gone. And if it came right back up, so people are, well, it came right back up. Who cares? Because sometimes it doesn't come right back. Sometimes people get hit with that kind of stuff, and they're gone forever.
Yep.
And they can't do anything about it. There's no arbitration. They have nothing they can do about it.
Well, and they know that you're not going to take them to court, even though you'd win, because it costs money. And this is the messed up thing of our jurisprudence, or not jurisprudence, but just the judicial system in general. But the thing is, it's clear to me that this channel has been marked. It's clear. Because there's plenty of other channels that do have, hip hop videos and all kinds of stuff that's just constantly streaming the N-word on, and they don't get hit at all. But we get hit because we play a video where it's showing this horrible woman that's using it. It clearly shows that we've been marked, right? So someone over there is paying attention now, or is that just an algorithm? And then they go and check the ones and like, okay, these are all right, and this white boy doesn't get to do that. So I don't know. But it's very, very, very bizarre. Eric says Ford was the only UAW shop out of the big three that could strike. The other two could not due to the terms of the bailout. Yeah. Let's see. And Anonymous. I'm glad we have a YouTube monitor here. It will help us because to see if we're guilty or not. So thank you very much, Anonymous, for coming over here and doing the good work of YouTube. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, Nick, it obviously has been marked, though. I mean, clearly it has. I mean, how do you?
Oh no, they have
otherwise?
Lists. I mean, they used to say they didn't have like shadow lists or whatever you want to call it, watch lists. But they absolutely do. No question, because certain channels will just consistently get hit with the same nonsense without even actually breaking terms. But because one little thing was off, they hit them, just boom, and then other channels get away with murder. There's big, huge channels who will say that, literally have white people saying that word directly, no question, and they don't get hit, but we get hit automatically.
Yeah.
So
Well,
definitely is. There's definitely some sort of
yeah.
list.
Well, it's interesting that they even bother with us. We're so small.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a little teeny channel. We're basically a bunch of friends just sitting out and having a hangout. We're not actually trying to become YouTube famous at all.
Right.
But whatever. But anyway, enough of that. So that's what happened yesterday. The video is back up. We didn't get to finish, but I think we made our point, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, but we'll come back next week, and I'll make sure I don't play a video that has someone just screaming the N word left and right because they're an idiot. I mean, but I tell you that thing about the Karen research I did, it was really disconcerting to me, dude. I could not believe how many videos of these middle-aged women in America just throwing around the N-word like that. I mean, the vulgarity was off the chain as well, but
Hmm.
just to throw that word around because I mean, plain and simple, no matter how you look at it, it's just mean-spirited. It's a hateful thing to use that word. It just is.
Yeah.
And there's
Well,
other things.
especially like a lot of people will use it, especially younger, my generation and younger, will use it with their friends, right? It's like the less vulgar version of it. Um, and that's whatever, right? You're just talking to a buddy. Like we call each other all kinds of stuff all the time. Friend guys do. It's just
Yeah,
what we do.
I
So it's
guess.
not that big a deal. But if you go out in public and start yelling it at people you don't know, that's a much different connotation there.
Yeah.
Like you need to calm down, buddy.
Well, I'm kind of going with Mike Tyson. I mean, Mike puts up some pretty interesting tweets, actually. I think he's become a little enlightened in his older age. And he said that the SNS or the social media has created a situation where people will say things without the threat of having their ass kicked, right? And when
Hmm.
I, in general, that's not exactly how he put it, but because when I was young, if you said something or did something, you better be able to back it up. I mean,
Yeah.
plain and simple. But that's not the case today. Anyway, so that's all caught up. We understand what happened yesterday. And now let's get into our actual goal here, which is some comic book news. And boy, we got some interesting ones. God gracious, every damn time. I thought that I'm going to share this out so the guys can see it here. And let me come over here and get on the page. So you guys can just look at it right here in the Discord. And I will jump over here like this. Now, I thought it would be nice to take a look at Indiegogo in general because we know here over here on this side of things under the Comicsgate umbrella, which we do sit underneath, is mainly Indiegogo. They kind of have shunned Kickstarter because of what happened to John Malin, which I kind of get, but I've also seen Indiegogo do similar things. So whatever. We're doing Indiegogo because that's where everyone wants to do. So I thought it would be a cool idea just to go over and just look at the comics that are up. Let's just take a look and see how they're doing and what's going on right now. We haven't done this in a while. Now, the first one we got here, guys, is Plot Holes. This is Sean Gordon Murphy. He's over $200,000, so good on him for that. Now, he's taken a little bit of heat on both sides. He kind of got called out by some manner of SJW, and he, of course, he cucked out immediately, which is what he does. And then, of course, the other side got angry at him. But it hasn't seemed to hurt his bottom line very much. I mean, $200,000, not bad. That's pretty good. I'd take it, right?
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good day at the office there.
I'd say, well, that's probably near after it's all said and done. That's good 70, maybe 80 grand in his pocket.
I wouldn't kick out $200,000 out of bed for eating crackers.
No, no. Well, I don't know. I hate crackers in the bed, but whatever. But next to this, we got U.S. Assassin, which we talked about this book, and they got themselves $2,500, and they are funded, which is good. We have Dreadstar still in demand, 138,000, very nice. The Dynamite Premium Cosplay and Comic Collectibles, I don't know what that is, but they got a couple grand and they've made their goal. Yvette Hartso's new Bad Girl comic, Bayonet #1. Well, I guess we're kind of stealing off that IP, aren't we? But they made almost 8 grand. Sweet. We got Archie Bear's book over here, Black and White, Second Chance. He's made another near $30,000, so good on Art for that. By the way, I do own this book. And it's very nice. It's well, I mean, it's not surprising. It's Archie Bear. What do you want? But it's a great looking book, and the story's pretty good too. He had Tag helping him with the writing of that, and it's not a bad book, and it looks great as well. So you still got some chance to pick that up. Old Ethan, the Butter King himself, is over $1 million. Uh, damn, dude. I mean, that's easily $300,000 in his pocket, right? Easily,
Yeah.
right? So no matter, that's this is interesting to me, guys, because out of all the controversy, out of all the nonsense and stuff that is either swelled around Ethan, whether it be his fault or not, doesn't matter. There's so much craziness around Ethan, but yet his second book makes more money. I mean, you just got
Mhm.
to take your hat off to him, dude. I mean, Jesus. I
Yeah.
mean,
He knows how to shill his wares.
he does, dude.
He is a fantastic salesman. No one can take that away from him.
No,
At first, it didn't look like it was going to. He must have really picked up at some point, because at first he had had less people, but was making roughly the same money. So people were just buying higher tiers, right?
well, it's very
Um,
expensive books, like $200 or something like that. It's very, very
yeah,
expensive. Yeah. And that's fine, but it's still people are buying it. And I have to say, I have the first one. I have it right here behind me, actually. And although it was really unfortunate that the book came out with all the wrinkled pages, and I understand the excuses he put out for that, but you guys know I backed well over 50 of these Indiegogo projects, right, or these indie revival projects, and it's the only one that came like that. All the other books are really good, other than what was that? It's not a Jungle Book. It's Ravage. Ravage had some quality issues, but all the other ones look just fine. T-Burn Throttle is a stunning looking book, by the way. So I don't understand that excuse, but nevertheless, the art was freaking stunning. No shocker there, right? The story was, it was okay, but it's a gorgeous art book. That's for damn sure, dude. But Ethan, I know people argue with me on this, but I still state that he is one of the greatest artists of his generation. He just is.
yeah, no, he is. He's up. He's definitely up there. Um, it's just the truth. It just is.
It is, yeah. But good on you, Ethan. Good on you, dude. Camel's Moon Hail Salad. No idea what this book is, but it's making money, so good on you. We got one here is Do As You're Told, The Ballad of No comic book. I have no idea what that is, but it's made money, 42,000. Desperado is up to 11, which is good. Good for them. $42,000 for Lucio's Vampirella cover. Fragaboom is $171,000. Good on you, Dan. Now, people really like that Black Flag book, huh?
Seems to. Yeah, it's. I'm glad. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, we had Dan on the show, and I've talked to him a couple other times on other things as well. I like Dan. He's a nice guy. He's very open. He's one of those people who doesn't hide himself or his life. He's very outspoken about his experiences, and that's cool. I like Dan. He's a nice guy, and he's a great artist as well. I mean, so that kind of helps. But damn,
Yeah.
good on you, dude. That's great money. And I know I don't think it's on here anymore, but I know Billy Tucci made some really good money off his She as well. Let's see here. We got 12,000 for Skits. Wow, dude, Skits is doing well, man. Look at that. That's
Nice.
awesome. Good on you for
I
that.
think. I think this. The stimulus checks are really helping these people out. I think maybe people might have bought some comics. Is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
I thinking so. And Eric, thank you. Says Ballad of No is your boy Zach. All right, cool. Well, good on him for that. And I looked at the skits book here the other day on the Pontificators, and the art in this is freaking fantastic, dude. It's very stylistic, but it's gorgeous, gorgeous looking book. Definitely check that out. Cat and Dad here and Super Moms. T Burn Throttle #4, which I don't, I got to get over there and back this one because I love the T Burn Throttle line. It's really good stuff. They should be making a lot more money. This should be $100,000 book easily. I don't know why it isn't. Because the one thing about T Burn Throttle, the art's awesome, and it's one of the best stories we've seen come out of the indie revival. I mean, bar none. It just
Yeah.
is. And I don't understand why. I mean, it's making good money. I mean, it's okay. He's going to make a little bit of cash on this, but this should be making killer cash because it's one of the best projects in a new indie project. It should be a hot item, but I just don't think he has the outreach. I don't know. I mean, he's had a successful launch. Maybe I don't know if he has or not, but maybe he needs to get over to Ethan because Ethan is only promoting books that have had already been published. He's not taking new people anymore, which I kind of get. But he should go over there and see if he can't pick this up because this is it's a good book, good creator. The Mighty Mascots are back. Sweet. They're doing really well. Antarctic Press wants to just raise some money for some reason, whatever. Vestige, just make it 32 grand, dude. Nice. I don't know
Nice.
this one over here. I haven't seen him. This might be part of our group too, but I don't know it. But Chronicles of Calamity, Graham Nolan's the Shanu, and we were talking to him the other day on Pontificators too. He's a cool guy, dude. It's weird. Over here, we get to talk to a lot of famous comic book creators, right? That's really cool if you're a comic book fan, right? But I think I was the most geeky talking to Graham Nolan. I don't know why, but I was. I was like a little girl. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
Oh, Chester, he's always wanted to be a little girl.
The Graham Nolan make you wet.
Yeah. But I don't know what it was about Graham particularly, but I was really happy to meet him and to talk to him, and he turned out to be a really cool guy. You know that old expression, "Be careful of meeting your heroes" type of thing. But he was a nice guy, so I was really happy about that, and good on him for making money. He should make more because it's a good looking book. Agent Solo, City Under Siege. City Under Siege. Well, the art looks okay. Anyway, I just thought it would be fun to just kind of take a look at what's going on in Indiegogo, and it looks like good things are going on in Indiegogo. There's a lot of money being made here, and rock on. I would think this would be the worst time to try to make money,
Yeah.
but they're
At least
making money.
Indiegogo isn't having such problems as other platforms.
Well, they do a couple of things every now and then that are ridiculous, but in general, they're I think about making money. And Kickstarter has changed their tune a little bit too, because they got rid of some of those people that were causing those troubles. I think their bottom line was starting to be threatened, or at least someone said they saw that maybe they saw an opportunity for more money that was being lost. Anyway,
That's real tragic.
yeah, tragic,
Real, heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, Mike Miller's new book is Shadow Banner Indiegogo. You're right. What is the name of Mike's new book? Let me go check it since I'm here. Anybody? Someone tell me Mike's new book's title.
Wow. I have no idea. I do not know.
Lone Star 3?
It's just something? The new Lone Star. Okay.
I don't know.
But I mean, there you go. I didn't even know the name of it. That shows you how Shadow Bandit is. The Magnificent Seven. Is this it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, is it because of MAGA? It's probably because of MAGA.
It probably is. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Of course, I got this one right here and this one here. And Mike was almost on time. And the book looked great. It's a good looking book.
Yeah.
But then again, Mike Miller is a long-time DC professional. He knows what he's doing. Let's see here. Yeah, this is it right here. It's only got 23,000. It didn't show up. I had to go search for it. The Magnificent Seven. Yeah. Yeah, well, they don't like Trump, dude.
They're not fans.
They're not fans at all. But
Indiegogo's still in the Bay Area, so yeah. Then they're not gonna like anything.
No, they're not. It's funny. Ethan as Mojo Jojo, or not Mojo Jojo, or MODOK, or maybe not. Who's he supposed to be here? Mojo, probably, right?
Yeah, that's probably Mojo.
Yeah.
Baron Harkonnen.
Yeah, right, something like that. Poor Ethan. Uh, whatever. Go definitely back this. I'm not sure the politics sort of things that are going on, and of course, you guys know I could care less about that anyway. But definitely go support Mike. He's a great artist, and he has a good work ethic. So keep that in mind. Anyway, let's move on here. I just thought it'd be cool to take a look at some comics. But here we go. This is our first little bit of something something. Thunder, you want to read that?
New rumor provides details on a Magic Disney Plus show. The villain possibly revealed.
Okay, so what do
Gonna
we
make her
think?
gay, which would make.
Oh, I'm sure she will be lesbian, of course.
Oh, I don't. I love her the way she is, and she's awesome. You don't have to fuck with her sexuality.
I don't know. That article doesn't talk about that. But the question for me is, what do you guys think of Colossus's sister here getting her own Disney Plus show?
If they don't fuck it up, great.
I don't know. See, I've
I-
never been a big fan of Magic, dude.
See, I really dig her as a character. Like I dig Tigra. There's a lot of different female characters. What the hell is outside my window?
Someone's mowing their lawn, I think. What do you think, Thunder?
I don't care about Magic at all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she just doesn't. If you're gonna do a show, do a damn Storm show. I don't understand why they're digging so deep into their bags of tricks here to find women to put up as front people and just refuse to do anything with Storm. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would love to see a good Storm TV show. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just do the X-Men led by Storm, right? You could
Yeah,
do that. Would
why
be
not?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have anything particularly against Magic at all. I just never cared for the character. She's not interesting to me. I just saw it as another Marvel trying to find some connection to their existing heroes, which is something they've always done, and that's on Stan. Stan Lee did a lot of that, and as did others. But I just never cared much for her. But if it's a good show, hey, I'll watch it though. Yeah, I'll happily watch
Yeah, I
it if
just
it's
don't
good.
know how you do it by itself entirely. I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but it just seems, I don't know, seems just silly to kind of take her out of her universe. Because it even says right there that she's not going to be tied in with the New Mutants movie at all.
Which is
Well,
weird.
that sucks.
Yeah, because but
I actually like these books right here. These Magic books. I have them.
well, that's
I
cool.
enjoy
No,
them a lot.
she's popular enough that she's been around and she has staying power, so I get it. And like I said, if it's a good show, I'm happy to watch it, man. And I imagine they're probably going to do her run when she's in hell, right? Where Mephistopheles has got something. Isn't he? Isn't that where she's being held by him or something like that? I can't remember.
Depends on which storyline you're talking about. She's also part of that universe of Doramu. Doramumu? What's it? Whatever the hell his name is. You know, she's like the
Dormammu.
sorcerer. Dormammu. There we fuck.
How dare you
She's like the
disrespect Doctor Strange? How dare you,
Yeah,
sir?
she's like sorceress supreme in that kind of universe. So yeah, she also got a little bit of demon going on.
She does, I guess, but they did that. There was a period of the pre-SJW time where they were just trying to take the female characters they had and overpower the hell out of them. You remember that? And she was one of those. They just made her like this goddess level thing out of nowhere, if I
Be right
remember
back.
correctly. Yeah, sure. But anyway, I don't have any problems with this. I just hope it's done well. If it is, I'll be happy to watch it. Especially if they have some cool cameos. I'm assuming her brother will show up from time to time, right?
He's got too much testosterone, probably not.
We don't know. No, we do not know that they're going to SJW the hell out of this. We don't know that. And there's no hints here that they're going to do it in this article anyway. This could be just a straight up show. It doesn't it isn't automatic that that's going to happen. I certainly don't think, especially with Disney. Disney, we know they're quite kind of insidious in the way they put around their propaganda. We know that, but they also know that they don't go directly to the pooch very often, not like Warner does, right? So this isn't necessarily going to be woke at all. This could be just straight up story of magic. It could
Well,
be.
I'm just gonna expect them to go straight up woke, and Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Now it's interesting because Nick here is talking about how Magic was a messed up series. Claremont having been playing a lot of D&D at the time, which is cool because I do love me some D&D. But it's interesting because I really didn't. I love Claremont. I love his X-Men run, but I never really read the Magic comic at all. Now she was a New Mutant, I do believe, with Warlock and such, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So I do recall her in that book, but she was so uninteresting. I really hardly remember her at all. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that she's got her own series coming. Now we do know with Kevin Feige that he's intentionally wanting more female characters and more female directors and such, and he's going to be pushing that hard. And he doesn't care what you think about it, and I
Hmm.
don't have a problem with that per se at all. It just depends on how we get beat around the head and shoulders about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll just take this story, tell the story of this girl, maybe go hardcore with it because from what I understand, she is a bit of a hardcore character. You could easily go R-rated with this character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's an idea. Go real harsh with it. Could be interesting. But then again,
Yeah. I mean, hell, they could do a White Queen and really go hardcore.
well, now the thing is though, some time back, you guys were telling me I really needed to watch something Van Helsing. It was this girl Van Helsing, some descendant or something. What was that called?
Are you sure it wasn't just Van Helsing?
I think it was Van Helsing on
It,
this.
it's
It
a
was like
maybe
a
that's just the name of it, but
Netflix show
it's like
after
this
a comic
chick.
book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you guys are like, oh, it's really good, Chester. You got to check it out. Man, that thing sucked.
I didn't say that.
I'm not listening to you people again. That
I
was
didn't
that.
say.
I never
Why
said that.
you painting me with that brush?
I'm not
Yeah.
painting you. I'm painting the chat.
Well,
Yeah, chat.
Yeah, chat. But that wasn't good. But the problem, I think, one of the difficulties you're going to have is, are people not kind of getting sick of the inundation of female leads, which have been going on for a decade? I mean, every damn thing's a female lead, female lead, female lead, which isn't a problem
well,
in and of itself, but people are kind of getting sick of it, aren't they?
Well,
the problem
yeah.
is that it's the type of female lead. If it's a badass, cool, really well written female lead, I can see that over and over and over again. It's just they're not. There's so many bad ones. They're just
Yeah, that's
really
probably the
badly bad.
problem. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Anyway, cool. Keep your eyes open. Could be fun, especially if they went harsh with it, I think, but we'll see. Disney Plus is offering and talking about all kinds of stuff. The only thing we've seen so far really is The Mandalorian, and that was fairly successful. So we'll keep our eyes open, I guess. Lady Celtic Moon says, I didn't tell you to watch anything, dear. Okay. All right. You say that now. All right. Let's move on here. Oh, this is just wonderful. Cuck upon cuck. Go ahead, Thundero.
Oh boy, Patrick Stewart explains why it is imperative that Star Trek address current events and modern politics.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's imperative.
So we got
Mhm.
Will Wheaton, who is the most cringiest suck up in the history of suck ups. I mean, this guy, every time I see him speak, he's always sucking up to somebody, and it's creepy, dude. He's that. What do you guys call those feminist boys that are just all white knighting and soft? What is
Soy
it?
boy.
Soy boy.
Soy
Yeah,
boy?
that's exactly what he is.
No, I mean, I guess he's that, but to me, he's just got the most punchable face in the last decade.
Well, that's fair. That is fair. But he's so, oh god, he's so cringy. And Patrick Stewart, even though a lot of us love his run on the Next Generation, he was certainly a very believable captain. He was very good at it. He's a great actor. But he's always been an ultra activist. It's nothing new, right? That's what he is. And the thing that they don't understand, I'm not even going to get into the body of it. I'm just going to look at this headline here, right? Because here's the problem. I can tell you, Mr. Patrick Stewart, or Sir Patrick Stewart, I apologize, is yes, Star Trek always dealt with current events and politics, and they touched on some very hot topics. You better believe they did, but they did it honestly. Yeah. They looked at the good and the bad of it. You are politically motivated, sir, and everything you did in that Picard, which we know you had a heavy hand in with Kurtzman in deciding what was going to be done. He wasn't just along for the ride, guys. He was involved because he wouldn't come on board unless he would be, right? Because he wanted to make his political statement. He was very clear about it, right? You can go back and check that if you like. In that Picard series, which was an absolute abomination just to any kind of TV, let alone Star Trek. That was, bad white man, bad Trump, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was full on hardcore, one sided left wing politics. That's all it was, right? And
Yeah, there was no nuance.
none at all. And the original Star Trek and even the Next Generation, it dealt with all kinds of current event issues. And Star Trek's always done that, but it did it in an open and fair way, and you often did it in a very clever way, right? This is not this. This was pure politics. So no, Patrick Stewart, no. And Will, I'm sure he agreed 100% with everything Picard said, Patrick said, and he does have his little rainbow pin on there. So good on you, Mr. Wheaton. It's the Will Wheaton. It's the Will Wheaton. Jesus. But I mean, come on, guys. I mean, anybody have anything to add to this, or can I just put a pin in it?
Hang on, Chester. I have something to add right now. We have a Crypto Comics is added. That's who's added.
Hey, Crypto, what's up, dude?
Ask him if he wants to bump in. I think is he in the chat?
He's in. I got
I'm
him.
here right now, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy.
Oh, there he is.
I just wanted to invite you guys to my stream in 45 minutes if you guys want to. I'd love to have you, especially
I
you,
have a
Thunder.
cheesecake challenge.
I'm gonna be eating.
How come especially Thundera? What's wrong with me? Am I chopped liver test? Jesus.
Because you got to go to work.
I know I got to
Yeah, I knew you had to go to work, Chester.
Where's the love?
Todd's not here for me to not invite, so...
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
I'll see if I can. If you're still rolling, I'll jump in. But like,
no, I won't be because you go for like 2.5 hours.
Well, I'll jump in.
Hold on a second.
No, you won't. I'll be back. Gone.
Okay.
No, stay. Is this live? Are we live right now?
Yes,
we are live right now.
Chester just leaves the show. That's
he does that all the time.
He's just out.
He just goes and gets some tea and roams around the house and chases the dog or whatever, and we just sit here
Booster?
all the time. Booster doesn't show up usually until like later in the broadcast most of the time now.
What?
I
Really?
think he's got a job or is looking for a job. Oh, something.
Where's Todd?
Todd is probably showing his book somewhere. I have somebody apparently chopping down a tree near me somewhere.
Chopping down the trees.
I mean, I don't know why they're doing chainsawing or whatever they're doing outside. It's like 95 degrees.
This is a really great show, though, you guys have here.
We're doing good. We're doing well.
It's
I don't know where
fantastic.
Chester went.
We were just
What do
talking
you think about
Will
Patrick
Wheaton
Stewart
and
Will
Patrick
Wheaton?
Stewart.
Are they? Did they finally come out together or something, or what?
Yeah,
They
they
probably
did.
Hold on a second,
That's
guys.
cool.
I'm going to put you over together where they're just looking
Dare
at you
you
guys on the
interrupt me.
Discord. Yeah, well, I don't apologize at all, Tess. But you guys go ahead
calling
and
me
talk.
that.
Why shouldn't I?
Bhagavad.
Okay. Anyway, I have a little bit of emergency I need to deal with, so you guys handle it. All right.
What?
I'll
What?
be-
Well, I hope it's a boy.
How am I going to control? How am I going to control all your stuff?
I know. I put Thundero in charge. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thundaro's in
Yeah,
charge.
go ahead.
Fantastic.
What am I in charge of? Wait a minute.
Do you say Thundero or Thundaro?
He says Darrow. I don't know why.
I say Thundero.
Hero.
You're so dear to me.
Oh, see?
Say Thundynamite.
Special and loved.
Thundynamite
How
in
is
his
crypto?
pants.
How is crypto doing? Let's get into this topic.
I'm good. I mean, all things considered, I live in a socialist communist dystopia, but
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah. There's that.
Other than that,
There's always
you know.
that.
Destroyed war campaign. That felt good, you know.
Somebody had to.
I mean, might as well been me and Ethan
Wow, that's awesome.
and Thundaro behind the scenes. Let's not forget about his important role.
He's a lurker. He's like a Leviathan. Comes up and then snaps him and just goes back down.
Exactly.
That's right. So my wife just walked in here and she's having a very loud conversation. So I'm going to mute myself. So it's all you guys.
Well, it's just
Okay,
me,
so
and,
this is-
and then I got this shit out the
So
window. Here.
we won't actually hear Thundara slap the piss out of his wife and tell her to be quiet. But
I
that's
know.
interesting. You know, that's still fun.
I
You
know.
know,
We want to hear that sound effects. Yeah. How you been doing, man? I haven't talked to you for a bit.
Well, I just said I've been good.
I'm more than just good in your social dystopia.
And
How's life? How's business? How's the writing going?
business is non-existent.
Hmm.
Business is totally non-existent. Like I said, I live in a socialist communist dystopia. You can't leave the house after nightfall because there's roving Antifa members that just they hold you down, cut your dick off, and force you to be trans.
In town? Right there.
No, not in my town. No, my town we're safe. For
You're
now.
talking about Portland.
No, they're scheduling protests in the town next to mine. It looked like all week. It looked like a week-long protest. And now they brought an AR-15 with them. So now all the boys here are going to bring all the AR-15.
So they brought an AR-15?
Yeah. I don't think they realize how outnumbered they are. But I have a feeling that they'll probably know.
They
very
did.
soon.
They did find out in my town after that shooting. It
I noticed that, yeah.
it became very apparent very quickly to Antifa what they were dealing with, and they became very, very polite, and they still chanted stuff and marched around, but and some of them actually had a gun, but they were surrounded with lots of guns.
Woody Celtic Moon says it's 107 degrees in Texas today, which sounds really hot. It's 77 degrees here, and it's pretty hot.
It was 100 yesterday. It was 95 today, so I got a little bit cooler, but not much. My house is 85 degrees because our air conditioner is overburdened.
Only the second summer day we've had here, and been crazy overcast lately.
I wish I was up there. I'd just park myself under a Ponderosa or whatever.
I'm waiting for you to move up here.
Well, I just come visit. I still love Utah. I mean, come on. It's a great state, except for the west part.
This is true.
The west part's just barren. For those of you who don't know, Utah has lots of things to see in the east part and north part. But you get on the west part,
Yeah, Boise.
If you like flat shit that's made out of salt and sagebrush, you're going to dig it.
If you like wonderful people, you're going to dig it no matter where you are in Idaho, because they're wonderful people.
Yeah, I mean, Idaho's all right. I like Coeur d'Alene area. I like the Sawtooth in that area. And over towards going over the border to Jackson is pretty nice. But the potato area is another kind of just rolling, it's very agricultural, agrarian. So, Thunder, are you still there? Are you still beating the wife?
Beating off.
Okay, I am here now.
Oh, okay.
She's having a video call with her cousin who lives in Tennessee, and for some reason, women, when they get on the phone, they think it's a megaphone and that they must scream into it, or the other person will not be able to hear them.
It's a truism, except for men.
Sounds
for some reason, we can hear ourselves at the lower end of the volume and the tonal registers.
Yes.
So Patrick Stewart explained why it's imperative that Star Trek address current events and modern politics. Hasn't Star Trek done that its whole existence?
Well, I think that might be part of his justification for what he's saying. But problem is that the way they're addressing politics now, and say, Star Trek,
Jordan lives matter.
Yeah, Jordan lives matter. Essentially, that's their type of shit, and it lacks a little nuance. The 3 episodes I forced myself to watch.
Forced yourself?
Yes, I forced myself. I got to the 4th and I said, no, I'm done.
Because Will Wheaton's not in it?
That's it. Because Will Wheaton is not in it. He is so he has such magnetism that anything he's in, I will watch. Yeah, definitely.
I don't blame you.
Especially when he wears his rainbow pin. Really, really causes me to want to look at his soy.
I have to disavow John Dillard's evil racism. He went, "Ew, it's another Whitey." When you came in, Crypto.
That says witty.
Yeah,
Another witty guy.
I mean, he's
You forgot the T.
Mexican.
It's another
Probably,
witty person.
I agree. I think you're very witty.
There's
Thank you. I think
Chester.
you're witty.
Chester, I was
Chester's
trying
back.
to find out what's going on in this article here, but I can't scroll it down at all. So
Yep, no
No,
scrolling from
I
Thundara.
apologize. Let me bring it over and get back to what we're supposed to be doing. All right, here we go. Yeah, screw you too.
Wait a second. John Diller, where's my Tales from Beyond the Gates book?
Yeah.
It has not arrived in my mailbox yet.
Don't be mean, dude. I wrote 6 of those stories and it
What do
didn't
you-
happen. You're making my heart hurt here. Where's the love?
That didn't happen?
No, dude. We didn't. We only got up to 8,000. We didn't make the 10 grand requirement. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so used to giving my money to people and them not sending books that I just
Yeah.
assume that it's just like, yeah, just screw
Yeah.
him.
I'm
That
holding
was
my
really
hand, I'm
unfortunate,
sorry.
dude. That was a good project. There was some really great art on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Todd, but other than that, it was good.
Other than Todd. What's up with
Wow.
you guys still fighting? What's going on, dude?
I don't think it's real. I think it's for show. It's just a feud for show
Maybe.
to get him more ratings. He needs
Yeah,
them.
it's
you
like
know?
I think
it's like
I
a
think he
wrestling
likes
fight.
I told him maybe if he starts a 4th YouTube channel, maybe I'll come on that one.
Oh. That's funny. All right. Oh, well, I think that's enough of this. It's just these people are ridiculous.
They've killed Star Trek for me. I have no
Yeah, me
interest
too.
at
Me
all.
too.
Yeah, they
Okay.
have,
I
unfortunately.
watched the Captain's Summit. Interesting story. I watched the Captain's Summit just this last week, which was made in like 2008.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's Jonathan Frakes and Patrick Stewart and Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner
Oh,
just having a conversation while Whoopi Goldberg moderates it.
Wow.
It was awesome. It was really awesome.
Sounds surreal to me. But
Then I
anyways,
watched. Hold on. Then I watched the Star Trek Deep Space Nine documentary, "What We Left Behind,"
uh-huh.
and I turned it off after like the whole love affair with Avery Brooks, because after that I'm just like, I don't need any more. Like if Avery Brooks is there, I'm cool. We're good. Let's
You
go.
don't love Avery Brooks?
And they talked about like the feminism of the Bajoran woman.
You don't love
It's like,
Avery
okay.
Brooks?
No, I love. No, it was like after you've talked about Avery Brooks, how do you top it? Should have saved it for the end.
Like,
Yeah.
I miss,
Save
I
it for
miss
the end.
him being at stuff because he doesn't come out
I
anymore.
do too.
He's the motherfucking man.
What was
Well-
interesting about this documentary, though, is that it was the producer of Deep Space Nine, and part of the documentary is him getting together the old writing crew and then plotting out if they were to do a new season, and like 20 years later, what would it be like? And so that was really cool to hear what they would come up with, make it all
So
happen
Deep
again.
Space Nine?
Yeah,
Oh, that would be
I'm
cool.
surprised it actually hasn't been made.
Well,
Well,
narratively,
they've lost a few people, so
well, they have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now they
I
have.
think you're right. But narratively, Deep Space Nine was certainly the best of the bunch. And I did like Avery Brooks quite a bit. But my favorite is still Enterprise.
you
I never
you
watched
liked
it.
Enterprise. I mean, I think they should have finished it off, and then I would really agree with you. Problem is, they kind of just left it hanging.
Well, they shouldn't
I
have.
love Scott Bakula.
Yeah, he was awesome, dude. That was certainly my favorite. He's my favorite captain too. I know, sacrilege, but I just love the Enterprise.
Nah, man. No, sorry, motherfucker.
As long as you didn't say Captain Janeway, we're cool.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. She wasn't bad though. She wasn't bad. It was all right.
Oh, shut up. The bunhead was terrible.
That's true. That's true.
Terrible.
All right, fine. I'm moving on now.
I'll say
Okay.
this, though.
Do I have your
I'll say this
permission?
real quick. I'll say this: Enterprise has the absolute worst Star Trek song of all time. for
It
its opening.
does. It does. Fair
It
enough.
instantly turned me off every time I tried to
It's
give
a
it.
long way.
I'll say this: even in the future, women shouldn't be in charge of a space shuttle.
Oh my. All right.
I was.
Yeah.
You guys
well,
ever watched the
we-
last episode of Star Trek, the original series? That's all about the fact that women can't be a captain. And I was like, really?
Yeah. Just so you know, Crypto, we have 2 YouTube monitors watching us today. Just so you know. All right. So
Who are they? Which ones?
they're being
The
silent
two,
now. Yeah.
the two bad ones.
Yeah.
What are they
but
monitoring us for?
for being bad, being naughty?
What'd you
For
do?
Well, I was doing a show yesterday, TFT, where I was talking about the
Uh,
absurdity of the Karen, and we were showing off how absolutely toxic these ladies are, and the fact that they're not all white; they're like all kinds of women are like that. And I put up as an example, of course, to show how bad they are. I put up this one woman, and she's just saying end this, the N word, this left and right, just harsh, right? And I was like, this is horrible. And then boom, we got knocked off the air.
oh wow.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I always feel like a Karen is like the older sister of a Todd.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh.
oh.
See, Dillard's sending him an instant message. This fucking Crypto's over there talking shit about you. You need to tune into this right now.
Shots fired. Yeah.
Jesus.
We're gonna create like a fake feud between us. It's gonna be really good. You guys are gonna like it.
You do realize that Todd is very sensitive and he's easily upset. You know that,
He's
right?
so
I mean, I realize he has sensitive nipples, but other than that, I don't really know.
Ooh, okay.
You're gonna
That's
work yourself into a shoot here, Crypto. You better be careful.
Well, ever since he came after my boy Slick Jimmy, I felt like I maybe we need that.
All right.
Okay. I can defend myself.
Yeah.
I know you can. You're freaking like 58. You can defend yourself. Of
That's
course you
right.
can.
That's right.
Oh, 53, whatever.
Old man jokes. I love it. But anyway, Thundera, read the headline.
Neil Gaiman promises gender swaps. Oh, jeez. For Netflix's upcoming Sandman series. So is it going to be Sandwoman? what we
Maybe.
Progressive.
Neil Gaiman promises Sandman will be even more effeminate than in the comic series.
Right. But the whole article, he makes one little comment on that, but the whole article is about how he's been trying to get this made for a very long time, and no one had the technology to get it done, or at least I would say the money to spend on it. And he's been working with Netflix, and Netflix going to do it, and he's going to. His only comment. This is a little bit of clickbait. The only comment he says is in regard to that is the writer added he is considering changing character genders. How would we change things? What gender would this character be? Who would this person be? What would be happening? That's it. That's it.
I think you should make the Sandman a furrykin.
Maybe he should. Maybe he should. But the thing is, Sandman is a really good book. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
And I would love to see it on the little screen. And it's his creation, so he can do whatever the hell he wants, I guess. But when are these people going to learn that all of this gender swapping and all of this pandering is not helping you? It's hurting you. When are they going to learn? How many failures are they going to have before they get it? I don't.
Well, they don't care if they fail.
I feel like they made a huge mistake, like originally when they decided that this Sandman character should look like Rick Ocasek from the Cars.
Fair.
This is true.
Well, the other problem,
promises Alice Cooper will be in Netflix The Sandman.
at least this is his actual own thing.
Yeah.
So I can't hate it too much if he wants to change his own thing. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
I really don't like it when people change other people's stuff and then demand that everybody accept it as that's the way it should be. So if he wants to swap stuff around because PC, whatever, have fun, Neil. Neil's a fantastic writer.
promises Sandman won't look like he has AIDS in Netflix's new series.
Maybe. But the thing.
Gaiman's a fantastic writer. He's one of the best
He is really
fantasy
good.
and stuff
He is
writers
really good.
alive. He's really good.
But you know what I got a feeling from reading this article? What the feeling I got was that it isn't his idea. Netflix insisted certain things, and he has to adapt it, and he's trying to put on a happy, positive spin on it. That's the feeling I got
No.
from the article. Yeah.
Not Netflix. I don't
feel
believe
like Neil Gaiman's the kind of guy who would be cool with it.
Probably. But I just got that feeling from the article that
Because
this
he's
was
Neil
something forced on him.
Gay man.
Gayman says Sandman will be more effeminate.
There you go.
Oh,
Hey,
Lord.
Booster, what's going on? Nice to see you woke up.
Hey, I woke up. I got out of bed. Could you believe it?
I
Wow.
kind of can. We got Crypto
Yeah.
in here today, just causing all kind of consternation.
Oh, good. You got crypt. Oh no. Oh, there goes the channel, boys.
Right? And he seems to have had a problem with our boy Todd. Please elaborate,
What?
Crypto.
No, don't.
I serve at Booster's Whim.
Well, no, I was just kind of hoping.
I was just
Todd would
thinking
come
about
in,
is like, You know how I know that this new Netflix series by Gay Man is going to be good is because I think about all the other stuff he made that nobody watched, like Mirror Mask and Stardust.
Mhm.
I really like both of those, but I don't think anybody else watched them.
Well, I don't remember Mirror Mask, but Stardust I recall. But
You never saw Mirror Mask?
I don't
Disappointed.
recall that. Yeah,
Not
sorry.
actually a real comic book fan, are you?
Not really. No, no. And I just so you know, your effeminate side just came out. I heard it. I heard your true face, Crypto.
Right.
He's a tabletop board
Right.
game fan. Hey, that's his real true passion.
It is. It is true.
I don't.
Yeah.
What is that tabletop game? Is it like Monopoly and Risk? I like Risk.
Oh, dude, bite both of my testicles. Both of them.
He's
What's
into
wrong
that
with
sort of
Risk?
thing, Matt. I'm just saying.
All right.
Unless
I'm
you
moving
hang-
on. Next.
You don't like? Wait, you don't like Risk? Wait, hold
Sure, I
on.
like Risk, but those things are so mundane and simple compared to the breadth of board games that are available today. It's kind of like, saying I like the color gray.
I don't know. Maybe when I'm in an old folks' home, I'll also play more board games. Until then, I'm going to go out and get some pussy, Chester.
Chester,
Dude, I'm married. I got that
is
covered,
so
bitch.
complex
Sure.
with his gaming. It is truly a wonder to behold when he starts talking about gaming, and everybody starts to fall asleep.
All right, I do control the on-off button. You know that, right?
You game with these guys when they do their game?
Oh no.
Chester's got so much game.
I got killer game. Anyway, Booster, you're here now. We don't have to have the fake Booster. Real Booster is here. Read the headline.
Rail boosters here. Ubisoft releases 30 minutes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay. Dubiously claims game will tell the real story of Vikings. Oh no.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that at
real
all.
Story
Yeah.
of Vikings.
Now
They're all gay.
let me lay this article out for you, and then you
True
guys
story.
can
They were
respond.
all black and gay and trans.
Probably true story.
True
But no,
story.
here's the deal. Here's the deal with this. Now,
Valhalla.
shut up. Now, here's the thing. We know that in the last Assassin's Creed, the Odyssey one, which people seem to like, they put it in Greece, and then you could play either a male or female character, which I could care less. Play whatever you want, even though it didn't make much sense. But you go, you do what you want to do. But the problem they had was. And I'm getting some real bad feedback from somebody over here. I don't know who's had the feedback, but the problem was that most people didn't play the female character, right? So Booster, you got to fix whatever you're doing. So most people played the male character only, and they didn't play the female character, so they say. Therefore, in this one, they fixed it. Because in this one, you have to play the male character and you have to play the female character. No choice. It's kind of like what they did in Last of Us, where you have to play. You play as Ellie, and then you have to play as the murderer of Joel for a big, huge chunk of the game. They're making sure that you're going to play the female character because it's
What I saw
time,
from
bitches.
What I saw from it is you could swap whenever you wanted.
Well,
So you could swap back and forth.
not in
That's the stuff I saw.
in certain scenarios you cannot. Now, what they did do was even though you have to keep the female character name, you can adjust the body to look any way you want, and you can make it male. So you can which it doesn't really matter to me. When you're doing something that's with the Vikings and having female warriors, well, it's part of the history. Who cares? But it's not the point. The point of it is Ubisoft is trying to force you to be part of their wokeness. They learned from their last mistake on Odyssey, and they've kind of fixed it. Now, the real story about Vikings is them trying to say, well, females were the greatest warriors, and they just go on and on and on. It's typical stupid Ubisoft crap, where we know there were female warriors, shield maidens and stuff, but most of the time you had female leaders sending armies to do stuff. They weren't leading the charge, right? That wasn't the reality. But who cares? The Celtic peoples have a long tradition of female leadership and stuff like that. You would think they would concentrate more on that than all the hate stuff, but whatever. The main point of this is you are going to play their female character whether you like it or not.
I think it's like really. I don't play games, but I think it's really cool that they got like Charlize Theron to reprise her role as the Imperator Furiosa, and they like let her grow out her hair for this role. That's really cool.
It is cool. I agree. yeah. But what do you guys think about this Ubisoft move, particularly Booster? He's the gamer here.
I saw the combat and it looked sweet. That's all I can say on it. Really, that's what I care about. If your combat is good, I'm all in.
Well, it actually looks super buggy, Booster. And all the people who are allowed.
actually.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. And all the people.
Yeah, that's just how Chester talks to people. Yeah, you just get
Well,
used to it.
Well, what do you want? It was super buggy, and all the commentators who
What
were
he wanted
allowed
is a
to
fucking
see it
retard.
were told they weren't allowed to show the bugginess. So good on you,
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft, right?
Mhm.
Well,
Anybody
it's
else?
also still in beta, right? So the bugginess could easily be
Yeah, it's
hammered
going to
out
happen.
before.
You
release.
got
That's true.
how many months to fix that?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Well, I liked the gameplay I saw of it. I don't know if there's going to be any agenda, probably, but the last game didn't really have that. Yeah, it had the weird idea that the male and the female character are effectively the same, which is weird. But
Why is that weird?
well, because men and women are different, and they wouldn't exactly interact.
Gender's a
exact-
construct, you fucking fascist.
especially not in ancient Greece. It wasn't. So
Exactly who told me that I needed more crypto in my life? Whose fault is it?
That was your idea.
Sorry,
This
that's
was
probably
your
No, I
idea.
think I
actually.
suggested crypto, but I think it does make an interesting show.
but
It does.
I did really, really,
It-
really like Odyssey. It was a lot
Can
of
we
fun.
clear
to play.
something up here real quick, though? Fuck
Uh-oh.
this game. Let's clear this up real quick. Thundaro, Booster, the highest rated Chester Busby stream ever Crypto Comics was on. Is that accurate?
No.
Nielsen ratings, or what are we
Not
talking
even
about?
close.
No, not even close. Yeah.
Not even close. They say, I'm going to look.
Did you
Go
guys
look,
get
we're
a
gonna
piece of
solve this.
board or something for that episode?
You do realize we have no highly rated shows at all. You know that, right?
Al,
Well, yeah,
Elmo's,
the Princess Bride.
Oh yeah, we
Elmo's
got that
viewed
one.
Yeah, that one was because of clickbait.
Well,
Apparently.
you know the funny thing that happened with Princess Bride. Somebody took and added it to their own YouTube list of movies to watch, and that's why it got all those clicks. I found out because and people are getting mad because they say, "Oh, you were told it was a movie," where we never said anything like that in our headlines. Someone took and added to their list. I don't know why, but that's what's happened with the Princess Bride, and I think it's hilarious. I just let it roll. I love the comments. People get so angry, so angry
This is
What-
the
what
dumbest
are they-
shit ever.
Why did they get angry?
because
this
it's
is
not
great.
free movie.
Now there's bots in here commenting on it, trying to send links to actual movies.
Which good on them. Good on for that. Yeah, dude.
So people didn't like Princess Bride, or they did? I don't know what's going on.
We did a commentary on our Bunny Vision movie night, and we
Oh,
of course we
okay,
didn't
right.
show the movie because we can't. And
Right,
people are upset because it's a commentary
Burn
and
the
not
balls,
the
too.
actual movie, and they're getting all pissed saying the
Oh,
most
okay.
nasty shit because it's not a free movie for them. It's hilarious. I love it.
All
I
right.
love
Yeah.
it. Do love it.
I do
I
love it.
reckon. I reckon.
So, have you found your shining moment yet, Crypto?
Honestly, I stopped looking. You guys have so many incredible videos. I was just like, I can't go through all these awesome videos.
Dude, there are hundreds of them. Yeah, hundreds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, let's move on to our last story here before I have an aneurysm. Go ahead, Booster.
Oh shit. Wait, give me a second. Zendaya claims Sony and Marvel Studios wanted to recreate Mary Jane Watson for the MCU.
Okay.
Because
Now,
No.
they hate gingers.
well, no, let me lay this out for you. This is actually a very interesting article, which is why I put it last because I
More militant?
No,
I hope more militant.
This is fascinating, actually. Now, what is happening here? We know that Sony changed a little bit of everything because they didn't want to have it. They wanted to have it to make it their own, so that Marvel or Disney couldn't just take it. So they did it intentionally. It's kind of following that 25% different rule is what Sony did, and that's the and that's the main reason why they made Mary Jane Zendaya. We know that. So there's no actual politics involved. That was just well, maybe
You're sure it's not just that like the Japanese people at Sony hate black people, and so they wanted to name like a black person Mary Jane?
Well, I really wish that the Japanese would take over Sony and get all these freaking assholes out. Is what I'd like to see happen. But the Buchos in Tokyo are obviously not doing anything. But no, that's not the point of the article. The point of the article is this: she goes on an interview and talks very clearly about how they wanted Mary Jane to be different. And she uses the name Mary Jane all the time. And she's explaining why she's not doesn't why she was chosen. Yada yada yada. She goes into extreme detail. But the problem is we know that Sony Direct and Feige himself had said many, 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 many times that she is not Mary Jane Watson. They kept telling us this is not Mary Jane, this is not Mary Jane, it's a different character. They went over and over and over and over. And here she comes out in an interview saying, "Oh yeah, it's Mary Jane Watson and it's different and it's better." So she contradicted
Yeah.
the bosses straight up. That's the article.
She's chiffon Stacy.
Okay, I don't know what that means. But
Sinead Watson.
but what do you guys think about Zendaya coming out and just contradicting the bosses 100%?
I don't really care about this series because I stopped giving them my money because they're very un-American and they insulted the Washington Monument in the first movie, and so they won't get my money on anything they make ever. Fuck Sony.
Oh, okay. Well,
Is
there
that-
you go.
Is
That's a
that the
shoot. That's a
monument
shoot.
that
That's a shoot.
is that the monument that looks like a dick?
It is.
Yes,
Ah,
Monopolis.
It's the monument that looks like an obelisk.
Correct. It
Right,
looks like an
yeah.
obelisk.
Yeah, like a big penis.
Well, the
Yeah.
trouble with
Okay.
Sony is the bosses, the Japanese bosses, put it in what, Pasadena or Anaheim or somewhere. They put it in California, and they let them run the show, and they're not intervening whatsoever. They're letting them do what they want to do, and of course, Sony is being run by absolute SJWs, and they're everything they can do to throw a barb at you, they do, including disrespecting the Washington Monument. So
Correct.
it's not really the Japanese per se, although ultimately they're the ones who should be managing the situation, and they're not. So I get it.
That's correct because they know what's more entertaining and they're much less racist than the people.
Oh, for sure. But I think to be fair, I think the Japanese companies have kind of given up on the West, and they're like, yeah, you do whatever you're going to do. We do what we do. Especially
Yeah,
to
just
show.
give us our money.
Yeah, just give us our money, because we've seen a huge. There's always been games that come out in Japan that never come out in the West, movies, etc. But we've seen a
Yeah.
huge uptick, and the Japanese people are playing less and less Western games. And just shunning them. We saw The Last of Us 2 come out. There was some people here in Japan that were going to watch it because here in Japan, The Last of Us 1 was a huge hit. Japanese loved it, but they turned those things in and sold them immediately. The Japanese hated The Last of Us 2, and this is the problem with all this nonsense in the West is it's forcing the Japanese market to just ignore the West completely because of their antics.
Can you blame them?
Well,
Who
dude,
can blame
that's
them?
millions of copies of games you can sell, millions, right? They're losing big money. Japan is a major video game market. And of course, the
No,
Chinese.
nobody accuses these people of being smart.
Oh, clearly not. But that's the problem going on with Sony, and if they don't step up, if the Buchos don't step up, they're going to lose their company. It's clear. So I don't know what's going to happen with it. But anybody have any comments on the question I posed though?
What was that question?
She can stick it up her wazoo.
This girl coming out and countermanding the comments of the official comments from Feige and Sony that this is not Mary Jane.
I'm going to go ahead and say that at this current time in our country, as a white person, perhaps me and Kevin Feige should just be quiet and let her say whatever she wants,
Mhm, mhm.
Fair enough.
and we'll fire her later.
Yeah, there you go.
Quietly remove her as it fails.
Yeah.
Well, how are the Spider-Man movies doing? I know I watched the first one and I was like, I like
Nowhere
Michael
near as
Keaton.
good as they should be. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh look,
I have not
Spider-Man.
been highly
far.
impressed.
What do you think about this Zendaya's
Spider-Man
audacious-
Far From Home cost $160 million to make, so you got to double that to about $320 million with the marketing, and it made $1.132 billion.
So
So
there you go. There you
So
go.
yeah, she can be whoever she wants as long as money.
I suppose that's true. Do you guys think she's cute?
Yeah, I think
He's
she's
not
cute.
unattractive.
I'd shag her.
Booster, it just needs to stop for 2 seconds for you to shag it. That's not really helping the conversation,
What?
dude.
I just want to be held.
I
Man.
know.
When Booster comes to your house, the fish stops swimming because he'll fuck anything.
It's true. It's
It
true. It's
just-
true. Yeah.
So you need to say more things, more like I would contribute to her.
Ooh.
Yeah, you think so? You think that's a good one?
Okay.
I
you.
would explode my testicles over the place for her.
Oh God.
He
I thought-
would. He would.
He'd give a
would
girl
do-
a nut. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, he is. Thundera, would you like to bring some actual logic into the conversation, please?
Would rubber band
Um,
a firecracker to his testicles for this
I'm-
girl.
Jesus Christ, Crypto.
Oh, I am so far beyond caring about whatever Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing anymore.
Yeah.
They've gone way beyond unforgivable, in my opinion.
All
I
right,
stopped
then.
watching them a while ago. Yeah.
All right. Well, then shut up, Chester. I get it. All right. This right here, California shuts down all movie theaters, restaurants due to COVID-19 surge. Yes, of course they did. And I'm showing this because this is CBR, right? This is supposed to be comic book news, right? Right?
Yeah, what's this got
This
to
is
do?
comic book.
Yeah, this is my
CBR.
point here. This is how hard I
big
had
news.
to dig to find actual comic book news. That is nothing to do with comic books.
Wait a minute. But
the-
most of the movies
How
are
do you
comic
know
book
that
related.
though? Like, can you prove that? Why'd you just say that? Can you prove that?
Can I prove that California shutting down their movie theaters, restaurants due to a disease has nothing to do with comic books? No, I don't have to prove that. It's self-evident.
Maybe it has everything to do with comic books.
This
You
right
just think
here,
about
once again, kind of like Rowland's coming and saying that all her characters are gay. Well, now all of a sudden, the original movie that came out with Velma, well, she was gay. She was explicitly gay. Yeah, well, why didn't you do that at the
Explicitly.
time?
She
then?
was
Who
explicitly
cares?
hot.
She was kind of
Yeah,
hot.
I remember the scene where she loses her sweater and she's got the girls out. Oh my god, I look confused me as a wee boy.
Yes. Well, this right here is talking about Tom Holland doing the Uncharted character, which is dumb.
Yeah, he's explicitly gay from birth. Oh, that's
That is true. That is true. But I mean, this is. I think he's good casting for Spider-Man. I think he's a good Spider-Man actually. But he's not Nathan Drake.
the other.
No,
What the
he's
hell
too
are they
boyish.
doing? He's way too
He's
young.
way too boyish to be Nathan Drake, unless it's some kind of prequel
This
or
is
something.
young Indiana Drake.
Nice.
I guess. But
With
there's
River
this
Holland.
is strange casting for me. Very strange casting. And people have been waiting for an Uncharted movie for quite a while, and this is what we're going to get.
I've been waiting for this kid to not be in movies for quite a while.
Yeah.
We got some Walking Dead news, which they're upset about the way that they killed some
This is-
character, which I gave up on Walking Dead forever ago.
They're still doing Walking Dead shit.
Is that Seamus? Oh my God, King, that's Seamus. That's gotta be Seamus.
So there's a little bit of comic book news. Talk about death metal. This is anime. The boys.
The boys.
Ubisoft is not using Splinter Cell. Where is it? Once again, there's the occasional comic book, news, but everything else is just, just a general entertainment.
Which Captain America villain are you based on your zodiac
Oh, let's
sign?
figure that
Oh,
out.
that's,
Oh, yeah, let's play it. Let's
Okay.
that's
do
going to
this.
be very scientific. Yeah.
This is going to be crazy.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I'm an Aquarius. I'm the water bearer.
Okay. So you get to be MODOK.
Cool. You're gonna be
You get to
Hydro.
Trump.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm-
you're MODOK.
I'm
Gross.
Modok.
For some reason.
That's
Uh,
gross.
I have vast intellect. Yep, that's true.
Best intellect.
That's what I'm known
The
for.
Pisces are Thanos.
I mean, if we're gonna be
yeah.
fair though, you do look kind of like a giant head on a little tiny body.
That's
You
true.
leave my giant head out of this, you son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
Okay. Aries is the ram, and you get to be who is this?
Red Skull.
Red Skull. Why'd you choose that Red Skull? But
Yeah, that's a very over-designed armor,
Because
isn't
he
it?
looks more like Thanos.
I guess this is from
Yeah.
Old Man Logan, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm just curious who decided what was what. These don't make any sense at all. Taurus is a Winter
You're
Soldier.
the Winter
Why?
Soldier.
That would be me. I'm
You're
I'm
Winter
Russian.
Soldier.
Yeah, this is dumb.
No, this is
Yes.
scientific.
No, it's dumb.
Yes.
These people are
And
idiots.
yeah, you're not to
They
the one that
put
matters
effort
yet.
into this.
Come on.
They definitely didn't just like pick villains from a fucking hat.
Just
This
as
is
well,
very-
clearly they did.
This was scientifically. Okay, they
Very
did a lot
Houdini
of.
spent the last 10
empirical
years of his
evidence
life
to
trying to
figure this
stop
out.
articles like this from being
Right.
written.
Now, Kill Bill 3 is coming, which we should all be excited
Oh.
about that. I guess.
Yeah, they've been saying that for 15 freaking years. I don't believe that.
Well,
Well, you know, the
Zend-
only thing coming is Quentin Tarantino on Uma Thurman's feet.
Maybe, yeah. But Zendaya gets to be in the new one, so that's awesome.
So he starts writing for Nickelodeon.
Coming
Oh, that's probably gonna be in a
Uma
scene.
Thurman's
Oh,
feet
no.
inside of like the trunk of a car.
Likely.
Well, see, the problem with Uma Thurman is when she did the Adventures of Baron why can't I
Baron
say that?
von
yeah, good
Munchausen.
story.
Munchausen, thank you. She was gorgeous. I mean, one of the most beautiful
And
women
she
on the
was
screen
naked.
ever. But then she did Cats and Dogs, and she decided to do that Hollywood diet and get herself thin, and she's been ugly ever since. So, screw Uma Thurman. I don't care anything about her.
How did that make her face so ugly?
It just did because she got too thin. This is a woman who needs
I
a
don't know,
little
dude.
bit of
She's always
health on
kind
her.
of she's kind
No,
of had an unconventional beauty to her,
She looked
I mean,
nice in
Now
Jennifer
she
8.
looks like Skeletor.
and I think she was cute. And what's that? The one with Michael Hall. Fuck, never mind.
Hold on. Hey, wait. Zendaya, the Mary Jane Watson is going to play Vivica A. Fox's daughter in Kill Bill 3?
Probably.
What
Black
happened to
Mamba.
what happened to the little girl that originally played the daughter?
Well, she's out. Zendaya's
She
the hot
probably-
shit, man.
Why?
She's gonna
She
be baby
probably
mama.
has a real
Did she die
job.
in black on black violence?
Maybe that's possible.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Bad.
What about Kill Bill? What about the bride's daughter? Where's she at?
Yeah, but I think the point I'm trying to make is I don't like Kill Bill. It's one of Tarantino's worst flicks. It's a hot
Well,
mess.
Chester, you're kind of an idiot.
No, I'm not. I'm right.
Really? I'm
No.
just guessing that
No,
maybe
I
you've never
disagree
seen
with
the
Jeff
Hateful
there.
Eight.
Yeah,
Oh
have you ever
well,
seen Hateful
okay,
Eight?
all right. No, that's fair. I get it. I'll give you that. Yeah. Fair enough.
You ever see
But,
Death Proof?
no, I don't like most Tarantino movies. There's only a couple I actually like. But Kill
Which ones
Bill
do you
was
like?
awful. I like Pulp
Which one-
Fiction. I like Reservoir Dogs. Give me
Jackie
a
Brown.
little, give me a few more.
dilettante, Tarantino.
Jackie Brown.
dilettante.
It was all right.
Really good. What about the Inglorious Bastards?
It's all right. A lot of his movies are all right.
What about The Man from Hollywood?
Huh?
You mean
Four
Once Upon a
Rooms?
Time in Hollywood?
From
Or is that
Four
different?
Rooms.
No, The Man from Hollywood.
That anthology
Oh,
thing.
that's different.
I think I did watch it, but I forgot it. So I guess that
Tarantino's
answers
was
the
like the only
question.
good part.
I
Madonna
just-
was naked in it.
Oh, yay! That's
Back when
something
people
new.
wanted to see Madonna naked.
Have we ever wanted to see Madonna?
I
But,
don't want to see Madonna naked at all.
Yeah, no, neither do I. But anyway,
I said
that's
back when people wanted to.
that's the news I had today. Larry's here. He says nothing hotter than art by Booster of Niobe making out with Sugar. Once in a lifetime cover. Get it graded by CGC.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Well, not CGC, the other one.
The
Whatever that is.
whatever that is. Yeah, the
Comics
unofficial
Gate
one.
Company. That's
Yeah.
get it graded by Preston Poulter, Mr. P.
Yeah, mister
Mhm,
P.
mhm.
Yeah, Mr. P. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. So let me get some closing comments from people, and I might as well start with Crypto. Go ahead, Crypto.
Even though they call him Mr. P, surprisingly, he's not into urinating on people.
That's the only thing he's not into.
Oh, I disavow.
Was that the extent of your closing comments, sir?
Oh, closing comments. Thundaro
Yeah,
is awesome.
that's right.
I don't know why you even have the Ted guy on here. Tom, what's his name? What's his name again? Todd.
Todd.
I don't know why you have him on here when you have Thundaro and Booster. Like, what are you doing? You got Slick Jimmy, Thundaro, Booster, Crypto. You don't need these other guys, Chester. We'll take you to the top. We'll take you straight to the top.
All right.
Oh,
Sweet.
Comics Gate's most wanted.
So I should just change my policy of everyone's welcome to fuck you all.
I mean, yeah. I mean, other than us, the people that are here, yeah, that's fine.
I see. Okay, well, I'll get right
The
on
people
that.
watching, what they won't mind.
They wouldn't mind at all. You're right. Yeah, sure. But all right. Well, thank you very much, Crypto. It's been a while, dude. Nice to talk to you.
It's been too long. It's been we didn't even talk about all the fun war campaign. Amboy's fat wife. We didn't talk about any of that yet.
we don't
Maybe next time.
need to discuss any of that.
Okay, we don't, or maybe we don't.
Oh, goodness gracious, Booster.
I'm Booster. Oh Lord, I'm Booster Kiwi on YouTube, on Twitter. I sometimes upload things. Maybe my Twitter's pretty active. I like attention. I have a Kickstarter. If you want to back it, it's got 18 backers now. It's doing all right. It's
What?
$150 away from being completed now.
Nice.
So
what is it?
Lesbians in
What
Flames.
is it? It's Lesbians in Planes. It's the variant cover to White Lily issue 5 by Preston Poulter.
Oh yeah, you didn't. You didn't actually pay for my like.
Oh. You can pay for your likeness if you like.
I get a discount.
For
Send me the
oh,
discount. Send me the code.
all right,
Type in
I'll-
password Mr. P.
All right,
And you
I'll
get 15% off.
What are
Oh,
all
Lord.
these motherfucking lesbians doing on this motherfucking plane?
God.
I only drew 2 lesbians in the thing because I hate women.
Yes.
Chester wants to close out the show, but see, you brought Crypto in, and that just he prevents it.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
That's
have
true.
good news though. I already bought Crypto's copy. He just didn't know it yet.
Oh,
No, you did
how
not.
nice. That's very nice.
For a second.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Booster Slick.
Yeah, that's me. I have a comic. Go look it up. Little Girl though. It's been there a while.
Great
Still working
pitch,
on it.
Jim.
I know. I'm just at this point. I'm a little bit. People are upset at me for not delivering, and I'm just like, I'm tired, and there are other shit going on in my life, but I do want to get it to people. So if you want to go look at it, look at it.
What's stopping you?
Stuff. I don't
Tell
want to
the
go
people
into it.
what stuff is stopping you, real quick. Just tell them what's stopping you.
I don't want to get into my personal life.
It's not your personal life; it's your public life.
You know.
I know
Booster-
your real name. You're going by Slick Jimmy right now. This is not your personal life right now.
Yeah, I have things.
Oh, I know what you're talking. No, I mean, let's talk about like what's legging the comic behind them. You got the letters
We're
done.
just working on the lettering right now. It's the last little bit, doing the
Sexy lettering.
little
too.
polishing and stuff. And
The kind of lettering that would make Rob Liefeld of Extreme Studios
well,
proud.
we'll see. I don't know. I hope people will like it. It's just it's
The
minutia.
kind of lettering that'll make Todd of whatever comic he's on jealous.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
That's
do have
true,
a show that is coming up that I have to do the next 2 hours. So I'm
Let's do it on my channel tonight.
Cheesecake
We'll bring on
Challenge.
Matt Trin from Mythics too.
You know,
That's
the
a
good
nice
thing,
idea.
Booster, of having Crypto on is I don't have to be the only asshole.
Chester, why don't
There
you
you
just
go.
leave for a while and we'll wrap it up tonight.
He
Let's
did
get rid of
earlier.
it.
He just
Yeah,
went
he
off,
did.
had some tea, chased some skirt down at the school stuff.
Thundero, go ahead and close it out, dude.
I have nothing else to say other than good evening, everybody. I will not be here Wednesday. I have a meeting I have to go to, very important. But other than that, I will see you guys probably on Sunday.
I hope they give you the penicillin shot, dude.
No, I will die. I'm allergic to penicillin.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's
Hey,
wow.
me
That
too.
sucks, dude. That's
Well, I don't know how else
a
to get rid of syphilis, but I hope that they've got a solution.
Hey, syphilis is manageable. It only causes your bones to fall apart. It's all right. But
Or your brain,
yeah,
or your heart.
or any other thing. You'll die.
That sounds
within
like what I
decade. Oh no! All right, guys. Well, thank you all very much for being here with us today. We appreciate it. I would have liked to go on a little longer, but I kind of got a bit of an issue I got to deal with. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for more of that stupid tabletop gaming that Crypto hates so much. And yeah,
I was only joking, Todd.
okay.
Are we tomorrow?
Thank you.
Are we gaming tomorrow? Or are you out?
No, I'm in. We're playing tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. All
I
right.
said
Cool.
it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Later.
Aloha.
Cool.